Hi, David and Karen.
Hey, Linda.
For those of you online, we're having energetic discussion about how the fair opens tomorrow, and we have the practice tomorrow, and we have Billie Eilish is playing at the Lenovo Center. So if you're coming, looks like it would only be Karen online that I see right now. Uh, try to get here. Leave early. And then we have our big Tara practice on Saturday, the first Saturday of the fair. Elise just found out that 60,000 people are expected between the fair and Billie Eilish on Thursday.
I'm trying to think of who's driving Geshe because they're going to have to miss the Lenovo Center. Well,
Yeah,
no, it'll be early Saturday, so that won't matter.
that's true. Yeah, yeah. But the fair, well, Lenovo's Thursday night.
Yeah.
Billie Eilish is Thursday. Oh, Thursday and Friday? Uh, okay. Yeah, if everyone that's here in the Gampa can stay after and help move some furniture for our practice that we're doing tomorrow night. It's a, yeah, tomorrow night. Yeah, tomorrow night's restricted for those who have initiation. Mhm. No, no. Tomorrow, Thursday night is for those who have Vajrayogini initiation. But Saturday is a big Tara practice. Everyone is welcome. But actually, Chuck, can you stand at the door and let us know when Geshe Gelek arrives? Hey, Nico and Laura and Julie. We are awaiting Geshe-la's arrival. He should be here any moment now. So Geshe-la has driven up. We'll see if he's going to circumambulate or not.
In the Gampa, please turn to the red tab in the gold prayer book, page 35, and we'll begin with the seven limb prayer. Gosungu pegane chakshalo Ngashami chutrin malubul Togmene saktik tung tam cheshak kepage wanamla jairang korwam tong bar tu leg shuk ne. Drola chuki kor wadang. Dag shen ge nam jang chup chen porngo. Then turn to the green tab for the short mandala offering. Sashi Paki Chukshi Metok Traveling Shi Needing Jen Padi Sanjay Jindu Mikte Owa Idro Kunam Dag Jingla Chapar Jetsun Lama Tampan Jenam Kichu Kukala Kanse Chutin Trig Jitar Tsampe Dulce Zima Lazam De Chuki Charpa Wabtu Sol Iram Guru Ratna Mandala Kam Niryatayami. Now, Geshe will lead us in the Refuge and Bodhicitta prayer.
Sanje
Churang Soki Chognam La Chang Chu Bardu Dagni Chap Suchi Wagi Chunyan Ji Pisunam Ji Drola Pinshir Sanjay Drupar Sho
Sanje
Churang Soki Chognam La Chang Chu Bardu Dagni Chap Suchi Jagi Chunyan Ji Pisunam Ji Drola Pinshir Sanjay Drupar Sho
Sanje
Churang Soki Chognam La Chang Chu Bardu Dagni Kyap Suchi Dagi
Geshe
Ji Pe Sonam Ji Drala Pinshir Sanjay Drupar Sho
Hada Lame Minami Anje Omba Dong Jajen Laso Chuje Chola Chonga Chonga Noma Sanje Songrab Rabdo Shijen Deven Jujo Ma Deda Shija Tambe Shunye Chenden Deshi Namo La Yeke Dalu Dande Jenge Yate Boda Dame Nando Kunja Nando Tamje Ke Donda Ke Chute Ando Kange Tuse Nyesone Tawa Tamje Bame Tambe Chunye Tenze Otam Tela Chaotse. Good evening. So sorry again you don't hear. The cardinal blue jay. That's louder maybe for you or my friend on here. Oh, very good. One more time. That's the first last. That's the first time you hear. Don't just noise. It's the noise of Dharma from the Tushita realms. Those birds from Tushita realms, not just regular noise. Um, yeah, Vajrasana practice. Huh? Yeah, so it was just thinking of many times lead the meditation. Now just visualize. So instead of going to each one of them, just visualize Buddha Vajrasattva on your crown, okay? And also visualize wherever that you think needs purified, and think about them, okay? Stanza. Oh yeah. Tonas is working very hard here, making for us very easy to.
Whatever non-virtues of body, speech, and mind, and especially actions opposite to the three vows that I have created from beginningless time, from the bottom of my heart, I regret and fervently confess them all individually. Whatever non-virtues of body, speech, and mind, and especially actions opposite to the three vows that I have created from beginningless time, from the bottom of my heart, I regret and fervently confess them all individually. Whatever non-virtues of body, speech, and mind, and especially actions opposite to the three vows that I have created from beginningless time, from the bottom of my heart, I regret and fervently confess them all individually.
So I mean, like stanza before the mantra.
Oh. Merely thinking of just your name.
Yeah.
Yeah, eradicates all obstacles and immediately purifies all negative karma. Thus to you, unsurpassed Vajrasattva, I make prostration.
But the stanza that we just not done before, first one we repeat 3 times. So that one is so good to say when you are like doing like Haribha Buddha confession prayers. So then after that, there's a general one, short one, brief one. Begin with the uhula, uhula.
Yeah, Ulak, yeah.
Yeah. So that one, if you are doing 35 Buddha confession, this is all like based in Sutrayana practice, Panchaparamita traditions. So confession mainly you do based on 35 Buddha confession and the general confession. That's what's called uhula, that's very short one. So then after that, so then you supposed to repeat this word 3 times with contemplations, okay. So then Vajrasattva, that's like the purification practice based on Vajrayana traditions. So then when you think about like 3 vows, Pratimoksha, Bodhisattva vows, tantric vows. So I thought like maybe, like Vajrasattva also maybe you should do the same thing after when you finish reciting Vajrasattva mantras. Why not also repeat this 3 times? Because that the most powerful practice in Vajrayana, Vajrasattva practice. So 오야 관계 센터 때문에 내도 되는 걸로 기진이 놓는 또 지선 봐 라차 So now the I think conviction faith is not that easy to develop. It could take some effort. I think experience generated by practicing Dharma. So maybe you will gain some kind of whatever you could experience of by practicing Dharma or like meditative experiences. So those experiences will help to develop conviction faith. Otherwise, we have a lot of doubt. We have so many doubts, so therefore it's hard to convince us. It's hard to convince us. So even in in the Tantrayana, Buddha mentioned like merely remembering Buddha Vajrasattva names purify. So do you believe that? Maybe not. So therefore, you don't have to bother to say the mantras. Like I think that's like our conviction faith is very much needed. So like just remembering. Then of course reciting mantra, can you imagine that? Reciting mantra. Anyway, so if you stay in the God, so the pain or like heaviness will not multiply if you say 21 times a day. That's why in the sutra, that's what in Tantra teaching it says. But like, oh, not able, there's not my time to say 21 times. Then not saying even just one. Doesn't make sense. No, if there's no time for saying 21, at least then say whatever number you can say. Just 3, or just say, with recalling the 4 powers. So just spend 1 minute, just think about the 4 power. So then whatever mantras, whatever the quantity of the mantra you want to say, just say. I can't say, I'm so tired, I can't say 21. Then just say 2 or 3, 1. Okay, better than nothing. Not just I'm asking you to say, so I myself say the mantra every day, not just 21 times, a number of times. Sometimes I think, sometimes I don't think, sometimes I just wonder and like mumble the mantras. Sometimes I think, but at least I say, every day. I think it's good to know just remind yourself what Buddha said, just merely remembering Buddha Vajrasattva names purify. If that's the case, reciting mantra definitely will purify. Okay? So then, how come that I've been meditating last 10 years, nothing changed? Maybe that's exactly what happened what happened to Lama Tsongkhapa. So maybe the purification practice needs to be updated or need to a little bit push up, a little bit focus more on purification. So then, as I told the stories that Telopa, Naropa when met Lama Telopa, there's no teaching, just going here, going there, doing all kinds of things like basically Telopa is helping Naropa, and like, even though Telopa give him teaching now, it's not going to change anything because karma is too heavy. So therefore, there's 13 types of event happen between. Then at the last moment, ask what you want, why you offer all the tests that I give, why you for them? Say, what do you want? Say, just teaching, that's all. So then the end, there's not much teaching, so they just grab handful of dirt, kind of a mud. There's no water there, not of a pea. So made the mud and offer as a mandala. So then Telopa grab one handful, then throw in his face. All the realization be generated. So that clearly indicate purification needs to be, I say, update, needs to be up to date, not up to date. Purification, there's focus needs to be on purification. Focus needs to be on there. So, and don't just wonder why not any happening. Maybe that's why. So why the Marpa asked Milarepa to build 9-story building, how many times? The Marpa's wife, Dhamema, thought like, oh, Marpa has no compassion. Look at poor Milarepa. Look at his back, it's all hurting, like there's a pause, blood's coming out of his back. How come you don't have compassion? Yeah, Mama do have compassion, but different kind of compassion. Because Milarepa needs to purify in order to understand or experience the teaching that. So like special teaching that Marba put up his life to get the teaching from India, walk who knows how many thousands of miles throughout the jungle. There's all kind of like poisonous snake, or can you imagine that time, Nepal, Tibet, India. So yeah, so then like many times kick out the Milarepa, oh, maybe today I deserve some teaching. Went to the Marba, asked, why are you there? What do you have? So, do you have something to offer? Milarepa doesn't have nothing to offer. So get out. Milarepa just let the Marba get out and grab on many occasions. The Dhamma, you know, some Marba's wife. So was kind of like then finally Marba's wife sent Milarepa to some other lamas. One of the Marba's students, the senior students, Dhamma thought maybe President Lusa is going to give him teaching anytime soon. He's just, you know, making his life more miserable. So they probably took some like turquoise or like coral or turquoise, sent it to Milarepa, say, oh, Lama Maba sent to you. Lama Maba sent it to you to get teaching from one of his students down there. So, and Lama Maba also sent these offerings to. So then the wife sent it to Milarepa. So then Lama, I think, of course, the Lama was taking Milarepa Lama took him very seriously because he was sent it by his master, Marba. So then he took it very seriously. Then I actually meditate. After 1 week, nothing happened. He said, that's very unusual. Something really happened within 1 week, so that nothing happened. I'm not sure what is happening. This is very unusual. Turns out, so there's Lama asked him, something is not right. This is impossible. You said it about Marba to me. You did 1 week meditation, nothing happened. That's impossible. There must be something wrong. Tell me later about. I lied to you. That's why. So that's you need to go back. Like that, no purification. Anyway, my point is purification is need to focus. Is this that difficult? I don't think it's difficult. The Lamrim teaching suggests someone who achieved enlightenment just like cleaning monastery environment, just brooming. So then like same here, I think when you clean, it's not just dust. This is dust of anger, or this is dust of jealousy. This is dust of like pride. This combined. So it's, even when you are cleaning, you are still thinking to cleaning, purifying. And based on that story, purification is not the only way to purify, is to say mantra. There's many different ways to purify. You do laundry all the time. When you do laundry, this just needs to motivate. Okay, so then of course, we should not exchange reciting Vajrasattva mantra with laundry. So that's probably not the best thing to do. So what I'm saying is plus when you do like, so that's probably, otherwise, but just think honestly, if you don't say it now, when you're going to say it, or then like, no, so this is the best time to say when you are physically healthy, when you're physically not well, so it's hard to do things, so that's like, not just imagining, that's kind of hard, especially when you have a lot of pain, you can't really think. You can think very like positively. So that's based on my experience. When you have a lot of pain, so it's hard to think something positive. Even though back in your mind, you're thinking to think something positive, practically it's very hard. So before we reach to that point, So day-to-day life, I think it's good to purify. Okay, so that's my point. So then things could happen. Say all the 3 counts eon may not take that long. Could be within 3 years, 3 months. The Lama Tsong was within 12 lifetimes. So this all good things could happen. Oh yeah, so so maybe this the indication. Don't see. Start with the stanza. We already did purification 3 times. So now not much time. We go back to the class. Today, not purification, so that's enough. So Donna says clear void, knows that there will be no time to do purification practice. So that's why Donna did the 3 times in the beginning. No, this is sent by Chukila. Oh, that's very good. So that's why I said, some verses you watch, I only remember 1 line. I don't remember 3 lines. So these are written outside the monastery porch. The main entrance. Wheel of Life is painted there. Then underneath or maybe side of the Wheel of Life, then this stanza has been written. Both of them, I think. Sambarchaji, Yuancha, so that's the one I remember. Sanje Tela Jubarchas. Dambichimna, Langchishi, Chida Deni Shombarchas. Amala, you have to read.
One must act, one must rise, one must engage in the Buddha's teachings. As an elephant tramples a mass of mud, one must destroy the forces of death. That's the first stanza.
Death, rebirth. So the cycle start. Chida, when you go that is hard to anyway, experiencing shunyata directly is very much needed in order to destroy the force of death. Without that, it's kind of hard to destroy the force of death. What is required? Knowledge, realization, wisdom, realization, shunyata is very much needed. Okay. Or that's now, generally speaking, specifically in Vajrayana practice, if what you call mother light. So that's not different than actual death. In Tantra teaching, what is called, it doesn't call death, it's called mother light. What is it? Is actually is a death. It's the actual death. What kind of like experience? The experience is going to be like clear atom sky, clear atom sky. During the autumn, there's not much dust in the sky. There's not much dust because there's been so much rain in the summertime. All the dust has been settled on the ground. There's out of 4 seasons, only the autumn season you can see the true nature of sky. Other season, there's all kind of obstacles there. And it's not in the morning when it's sunrise, not that. Around probably like 3 o'clock, maybe 3:30, 3 o'clock there, you go out. So that's the autumn sky. That's the, like you see Namgir Rangdos. The Rangdos is like natural color of the sky. is visible. So what kind of experience with the dead? That's the kind of experience, clear autumn sky. It looks like then skies looks like there's like moonlight, the sky. So there's the kind of experience. The very end, that is the experience that we are going to have. That is called mother light from Tantra teaching, and actually is a death, is the actual death. So there is like there's like very similar experience when you experience shunyata. There's very similar experience when you experience shunyata, when you meditate. So like what you experiencing is ultimate truth. There's no conventional truth that you don't. So there's exactly like this, seeing something the same time seeing nothing. So that kind of experience. So then if you have that kind of experience and while you are meditating on shunyata, so then you can use that experience, you can then use that experience that you gain through meditation. In that moment, you can utilize that experience. So then that's called gaining that kind of experience through meditation. That's called child light. So then time of death, so then mother light, child light be introduced to each other. So then maybe instantaneous liberation could happen. So then that's how you actually death become wisdom experiencing shunyata. Meaning now normal death is finished. There's no normal death. That experience become wisdom realizing shunyata. Therefore, there will be no rebirth. There will be no pardo. There's no pardo, there will be no rebirth. So there's one way to destroy it. Like a force of death. And generally speaking, require experience of shunyata, okay? Generally speaking. That is, there was another stanza, Kangshi Rabtu Payebe Chudu Dila Chuchurba, Jewe Kowa Rabane Dunga Tamachabanjus. This one is two stanzas has been written underneath to the wheel of life or maybe side of the wheel of life, that people to see and read.
He who with vigilance engages in this dharma and discipline shall relinquish the cycle of birth and put an end to suffering.
So this is just a visual reminder, because you need to go to the temple every day. Not probably how many times, I'm not sure, but every day you need to go there. Then you see that every day. Thank you, Lamalayas. That's good. This is coming from where? From Vinayaka Sutras. That's where. What is this? This is about this. You write this underneath wheel of life. So doesn't have to be put on your main drawer, but somewhere you can see. You can put it there somewhere there. Just remember. Just to remember. Okay. Then that's good. Maybe the question from like Nico is piling up here. So maybe I'll read some. So I'll read some letter. Okay. Oh yeah. So then maybe they'll save. So save. Postpone again. Postpone tomorrow. Not tomorrow. Maybe next week. So then, like Vajrayogini practice, everything, desire realm, formless realm, dissolve into you. You dissolve into palm, then palm, so that eventually palm into Nanda. So your question needs to be also dissolved. Maybe then after that, dissolve in emptiness. So then it stands aware.
I think we're on stanza 112.
Tenji jawa jungdi jawa yinshi sungi zuji cheba samutes. Kange dini yangda tongwa ti sanje tini riba namsho tongsiya.
This dependent arising, the most cherished gem in the treasure of the triumphant one's proclamations, is profound. Whoever sees it correctly sees the Buddha, the supreme knower of reality.
The Tenji Dewa Junga, the dependent originations, also dependent origin, dependent arising, dependent arising, dependent arisings. So one of my friends, Rinpoche, teaching this in New Orleans, Rinpoche keeps saying, people keep hearing Tibetan uprising. When he said dependent origination, people keep hearing Tibetan uprising. Pronunciation problems. Tenji Dewa Junga di she chawaje. Kondo sheba da tangbo lungjung order, ignorance, that's called, all the way to Gachi, aging and death. Then that. So then going from bottom up, that's called reverse order, lungdo. So that's how, when you meditate from number 1 to 12, then you meditate from number 12, 11, then you go up, bottom up, up, down, so called lungju, lungdo. That's how you meditate. So, and like very commonly, that go to cemeteries, they pick up bones, then ask their, instead of going to teaching, they just pick up bone, then ask themselves questions. Where did it come from? It's come from death. Where did the death come from? Rebirth. Where the rebirth come from? Then that's how they meditate. So, so sometimes people this like they are like skull they use here, and they use not the string. They use like leather, because the mala is something they touch all the time. So then when they touch, then they say, "Oh, this is leather. Where it's come from? Death. Where it's come from?" Then they kind of like up their meditation. Then when they see the skull, then they say, "Oh, it's no where it's come." Then like like that. And practitioner, they go to cemetery, they pick up the bone. That's how they don't need to go to cemetery whenever you found. So that use that as a base for meditation on 12 link. 12 link, depending origin. Oh yeah. Ta kondo sheba da tambo lungjung sibe tende je koala kyawa lendang tang lungjung. How one will reborn in samsara. Then you're thinking from the ignorance, that's called order. So then from going from number 1 to 12, there's like, I'm not sure, there's specific term called Longjung. I'm not sure what Longjung. It's like Lungdo. So then thinking about 12 first, 11 second, then that's called Lungdo, reverse order. Longjung Lungdo. Or you could say right order, reverse order, so something like that. Longjung. Jawa lentang chi. Ta Lungdo, nyangel debe, tende jawa gaba. Nyangele debe, tende jawa gaba. How one will achieve liberations, ceasing, aging, like then the from bottom up. So eventually, then no longer ignorance, then it's finished, going up. So then up towards liberations, go reverse order. Okay, Longjung, right order. So that kind of learn you how one can rebirth samsara to the right order. So then how one can get out of samsara, the reverse order meditation. That's why there's two meditation. Lungdo nyangele debe tendiji chawangabe, the rebirth cease, then from there age and death cease, aging cease, then it cease one after another, first the rebirth cease. Chawangabe. Tamje gane kowa pone tab tenji dewa jungwa this. What are those 12 links? This is the method how you can stop the cycle. This is the method. It's kind of showing you in the image to help you to understand how you can get out, how you can stop that will. Okay. So then the stance has been written, so clearly also explains like Tenji tenji chawa koala chawa lenda koala chawa lendang. Ignorance, karma, consciousness, then all this order from 1 to 12, it shows like how one can take rebirth and then all the rest happens. From the bottom up, it shows like how to get out, how to cease. Okay, that's lungdung meditation, reverse meditations. Tamje gane kowa ponge tab tenji dewa junga diniza. Jawa zobe sanje chumdin deji sungi zoji nane. Jebe tiyo samudi zashu jiris. So this 12 link teachings or 12 link the what do you call like presentations is one of the most important teaching within the Buddha's teaching. Pena jabushigi zoji nang chala yashu dirisin tambotaburis. It's almost like the royal family, they are taking something out of their treasure box. They say, oh, this is the best I possess. Something like this, almost like that. One of the best teaching from the Buddha's new teaching. Tina mi kangi tenji dewa junga dini yang tabo tonga tis sanjeji tekwana riba number chodo juba kayimba te was. Once who understand the 12 link cycle, reverse, or right order or reverse order, so then understood Buddha's teaching, meaning goal, to not just to become healthier, or become more money. It's like Buddha, the teaching of the Buddha's goal is to lead you out of the samsara, lead you out of the samsara. Okay? Teaching that, niba golam shebala sumje da. Now they talk about the Eightfold Noble Path, Eightfold Noble Path, or Arya Path, literally Arya Path, Palamyanaji, eighth path of Arya being. So now typically they translate Eightfold Noble Path. So then this one, the next one, Eightfold Noble Path, I think that's how they translate it. Yang da da dang, cho dang, chowa dang, chen da ding zi nga dang, le da dang. Yang da dong ni lam ji yang la ji, din ni shiwa, chi le gombar chi es.
Stanza 113, right view and livelihood and effort, mindfulness and absorbed concentration, speech and boundary of actions, and right thought are the 8 branches of a pathway mind. You need to meditate on them for the sake of bringing yourself the peace of nirvana.
So I think this is very people that talk about all the time. So I'm not sure like this somehow become quite renowned teaching. So we'll study this here, what Master Nagarjuna says. Hondo tolam teza chanju yangla dunjin gone teneza. Ti jazon golam de palam yangla jinjin gone songyos. So as I said, before, like there's like 5 set of path of accumulation, path of preparation, path of seeing, path of meditating, path beyond learning. So there's like 15 of them, 5 associated with the hearer, 5 associated self-realizer, 5 associated with the mayana. So all same name, you just add up hearer, path of accumulation, hearer, path of preparation, hearer, path of like seeing, hearer, path of meditating, hearer, path beyond learning. So then self-realizer. So the same thing, bodhisattva, path of accumulation, preparation, same thing. There's a 15 set. So that's what you study when you're studying ground and path. So that's what you study, details, all of that. That's the main subject. But here, that's probably not going to happen because of my English, so and also because of your Tibetan. I think we did try when Shankar was here, so even that is very hard. So this Eightfold Noble Path is part of the path of meditative here, right before path beyond learning, path of meditative. So that's important to understand for sake of knowledge. The way they describe the path of meditative is based on Eightfold Noble Path. People should not think, oh, this is like easy to practice. This is not practically, this is path of meditative. So that's right beyond path beyond learning. So just you to know, not just you to know. So it's not simple as they explain. You have the translation that what's called first one?
It's
Right view, right view, right you view, right or say pure view, right view, pure view. More likely pure view, yang tabe, tawasa. So what is that? That is refers to wisdom. That's what you should, how I should understand this pure view. You should understand the pure view as a wisdom. Okay, wisdom. Then, tolam jekabso, tonwe, chini, demba chitawashi, yongso chebe, sherafshila kos. What kind of wisdom? There's many kinds of wisdom. What kind of wisdom? Wisdom, experiencing, understanding, shunyata. Wisdom, understanding, shunyata, experiencing, shunyata. That kind of wisdom. It's not like figuring out how to build prayer well. That's also wisdom. Not that kind of wisdom. Even though there's wisdom, this very particular wisdom. Pure view, how I should understand a pure view is not driven in wisdom. What kind of wisdom? Wisdom, understanding, shunyata, experiencing better, is better, deeper, experiencing shunyata, that kind of wisdom. Or jebe chini shila, jebe sharaf shila kos. So then, yanda be tsowa that was. Then here people say, oh, right view. I'm not sure like what they think, so it sounds like kind of it. This somehow become quite renowned practice. Right view, like did you ever read the Eightfold Noble Path? Elise? What the right, what people they think, generally speaking, what they think right view, what they think of right view when they say.
A right view, the opposite would be if you choose to look at something in a very wrong way, like to believe that all white people are bad, you know, to hold on to a view that is wrong.
Okay, more like, looks like referring to negative view.
Right. So a right view would be
Positive view.
seeing things as they really are.
Or seeing things as they really are.
Yes.
So that's more profound,
Yes.
right? That's like looks like they're close to emptiness.
Correct.
Yeah. Any suggestion from online? What do you think about when you read Eightfold Noble Path? When you see the right view, what do you think? Right, a positive view is more than positive view. It's like easy to think like a positive view. Oh, that's good. You should have positive view. That makes sense, you know. But the question is, what kind of positive view? It's not like I'm not a view. What kind of positive view? In this case, positive view is like knowledge, is understanding, it's a realization, it's a wisdom. The experiencing shunyata, that's what's the positive view. Okay, so for I think here, so then we all have responsibility to help. Later, if somebody asks you whatever they think, but you know, it is good to explain to them. This is Buddha's teaching. Based on Buddha's teaching, how they define right view. then you can make up whatever you want to make up. So you can stop them. How are they going to make up? At least they are getting the right information, okay? Yang tabi tawa che, yang tabi tsowa second one, right livelihood. How I should understand right livelihood? That is refers to ethic, morality. It's not different than ethic. And then, what kind of ethics? Now the question is, there's more further questions. Sorry, I'm just making these questions to you to understand. There is no question here. I'm just making those questions up. What kind of ethics? No, seku, food, clothes, possessions. No, difference between possession and wealth. Not much, the same. Yeah. So we should have only one word, no different. Say no long ta seku nor. Longe is longe literally means like you use them. So wealth to people use every single wealth. Is this possible to use? Well, I'm not sure, like maybe jewelry when you wear, you could say you use. Or maybe they're different. The clothes you can wear, jewelry you cannot wear like clothes. But jewelry you cannot eat like food. But the food that you eat, clothes that you wear, and something that maybe there's like different. Seku nor longe, everything is mentioned. Seku nor longe, so yang tabe gone longe ba mother, yang tabe gone longe ba. So yang tabe gone longe ba, yang longe, so yang tabe gone longe ba. Utilizing them ethical way. Either there's food or cloth or like wealth or like whatever, like possessions, utilizing them in ethical way. So how do we understand, how do we know whether we are using ethical or not? Longcho Mato. So this is also Vinayaka Sutra that has like around 600 or 700 page, long page, like traditional page, where the Shakyamuni Buddha talks about monastic way of life. In that text, Loso, Shienla Gogotang was on, you read the commentary, you have commentary too? Okay. Loso, like wrong livelihood. This term has been used in Vinayaka Sutras. There's 5 of them specifically mentioned in the Vinayaka Sutras. Basically for monastic people, so I think everybody should be worried about that. They're called wrong livelihood. Right livelihood, wrong livelihood, wrong livelihood. So here it's like a little bit, this is a little bit different. I think like here, this is not probably refers to the 5 wrong livelihood that Buddha mentioned in Vinayaka Sutra is different than here. But not here, Shienla Gogotan, Gokos in the cause how you say, like, you say, oh, this is like worth like $10, you pay like $1. That you are saying, you're trying to sell someone, then you say, oh, this is worth $10, so it's quite cheap, it's $10, then trying to like, how you say in English, like, cheat, manipulating, cheat, right? So that like wealth, food, clothes, wealth, possessions, whatever you have, getting those by cheating someone. That whatever that might be, whether it's a cloth, that's considered as a wrong livelihood. If there's a food, that's considered a wrong livelihood. Next one, like the go down, talk about this. Not just like taking away. It's not like you could be sitting there, just come there, just take away. Like how you say, no, it's not like thief. It's not like thief. You are coming. It's not like that. It's quite be very obvious. You are just holding there, just grabs like taking away. Focus, like that is whatever. If there's a food, clothes, wealth, possessions. If you have something like that, that is. If you use that, that's called using wrong livelihood. That's called wrong livelihood. Chomba, that's like the robber, they basically take, so with the gunpoint, whatever, so they just take chomba. So these three things mentioned: cheating, taking, robbing, whether there's like food, clothes, jewelry, whatever that might be, these are considered here, in this case, is considered as a wrong livelihood. Longje, Mayimbala, if you have food, you have clothes, wealth, possession that you have, is none of them is considered as a right livelihood. Okay? But as I said, the 5 wrong livelihoods we mentioned in the Vinaya Sutra that you don't need to know. So I'm not going to explain that. So we just stick with that. This is the wrong livelihood. Okay? It's clear? Okay. So now, second, Hamula. Hamula, is it clear? Okay.
Effort, right effort.
Right effort. Zundushi, yang tabe temba. Zundu tangje. This is like, Zundu is one of the 6 perfections, no different than that. Zundu is called in Tibetan Zundu. What is the definition of Zundu? Gyawala, Trove Sempa. Trove Sempa, please mind. Please mind. Pleased mind by doing something virtuous deed, something positive. That is the definition of joyful effort. How you define joyful effort? Gyawala Trove Sempa. A mind that is pleased by doing something positive. That's called joyful effort. That's called effort. That's the kind of effort that same here, or trying to work for so much time, trying to fix. This is not called joyful effort. This is effort, but it's not joyful effort. So joyful effort has to be something virtuous deed. Virtuous deed. No, it's not any kind of deed. Virtuous deed. So the mind that pleased by virtuous deed, that is the definition of joyful effort. So then second one,
Mindfulness, right.
Pure, right mindfulness, pure. These are all called right. That's called the other, and the all right, temperature. What is that? Simji tingne maje patang. Simji tingne maje patang. Not forgetting something from your heart, from your deep down, from your mind. Maje patang. Yang tabe tingne zungumbares, tingne zungumbares. This is mainly talking about samadhi, no shamatha, samadhi, concentrations. Majapata. What is that? Yang tabe right mindfulness. What is that? That's not forgetting something from your heart, deep down from your mind. Yang tabe damba. Tingi zuni, yang tabe tingi zuni gumreza. Yang tabe tingi zuni gumreza. Samadhi itself is a meditation. Samadhi thing is able to focus, able to concentrate. So that's a samadhi. Any valid thought that comes with, every thought that comes with 5 omnipresent mental factors, or the kundonga yungenga. So now need to talk to teacher here. Yungenga, so bear 1 minute. I'm asking the yungenga. This is important to. Looks like a letter to the friends going to finish next year. Uh, Shasta, Shasta, even forgetting Tibetan alphabet here, see, that is being here too long. Even like not even order. Shasta, oh, that's why. Maybe they, oh, here. It says like 5 determining mental factors. Another one is called 5 omnipresent mental factors. That means every thought doesn't have to be valid, doesn't have to be correct. Valid means correct. Invalid means incorrect. Valid means correct one, like invalid means incorrect. So this, regardless of valid or invalid, it comes with every thought, comes with primary thought. Primary thought, what the primary thought, how you define kind of the primary thought, how you differentiate between primary thought and secondary mental factors. What are the secondary mental factors? Such as 5 omnipresent mental factors. Then this another one, what's called this like 5 determined mental factors. These are all secondary mental factors. How you distinguish between primary mental factor and the secondary mental factor. Primary mental factor is just see what's there. Or big, small, good, not good. This is all determined by secondary mental factors, such as 5 omnipresent mental factor, 5 determined mental factors, how well you remember. All of that is not the primary thought. It's all done by secondary mental factors, or just for the sake of knowledge. So now this one only comes with correct, correct has valid cognizer or valid consciousness. This one doesn't come with any. It doesn't come with the incorrect primary thought. Does not have those 5. There's only correct or valid primary thought. Okay. Jungian 5 determining mental factors. Good to remember. Good to I think to know. Dumbache, first one, aspirations. Same as like wish, aspiration or wish. Dumba miba, believe. Then the third one, mindfulness. Then the fourth one is concentration, samadhi. Then last one, wisdom. Okay, Geshe. They call so now, if you're not remembering anything, if you do this, One of those is not working, not working. One of those is not working. Either there's like around the 5 omnipresent mental factor is there. It's not like it's not there, it's there because not temper member the kind of the temper. Temper. Aspiration could be like interest. Maybe there's no interest. That's why those rests are not working because there's no interest. There's no interest, there's no effort has been put like that. So then, this goes. So now another one. So there one more minute. There's like 51 mental factors. Out of 51, you already now know 10 of them. 5 determined mental factors, 5 omnipresent mental factors, there's 10 of them. So there's 10 virtuous thought. That's like how many? 10 plus 11, Kiwachuji, 10 plus 11, 21. Then there's 4 changeable mental factors. How many? 4, Shinjushi. Then yeah, 4 of them. So I'm trying to count 51. So that knowledge is very much rusted. Now need to put what do you call that? This is special name for oil. Yeah, WD-40. Need to put WD-40. It's rusted, not working. Kundonga yinga gyawa chuji shinjushi. Sanya to 6 root, 6. Okay, that's God. That's God. I'm God. Sanya to the 6 root afflictions. Second, Sanya to Nini Nishu. Nini Nishu is the 6, 20 close something. That's how much? That's 26. 26, that's 26. 11 virtues. How much? Please count. 5 omnipresent mental factor. 5 like determining mental factor. 4 changeable mental factor. Finish. So Elise put D, why the Elise just put what you call WD for it works. Anyway, so this go the kudunga the code. Okay, here. 5 ever functioning mental factor. That's here what it's called 5 ever functioning mental factor. 5, okay, so 5 mental factor. So the toward feeling first. Second, recognition, perceptions, contact, attentions. So maybe, your every thought comes with that. So why you don't recall? Maybe something's lacking. Maybe out of this, one of them is not working. Then there's a thought. Okay, so so there's like pure mindfulness is something you don't forget from your like mind. So that's what could be samadhi here. So then what is the right speech? right speech, get them the tambo, get them truth, transparency, truthful, truth. Person the chief going to sheba saying, telling out of as a altruistic intentions, saying something that want to benefit, not want to harm or hurt. The motivation is to benefit, they're saying something. So the person says, therefore the parents telling kids mainly out of, sake of their own benefit. So may not be very pleasing, don't do that. So then, worry about their future. So maybe certain things that still is considered as a right speech, even though the kid doesn't like to hear, but still right speech with the motivations. Get just conversations, truthful, transparency, truthful conversation motivated by altruistic intentions. These are called right speech. Oh. So if they understood like that, so then they probably understood that their understanding of Eightfold Noble Path is correct. No? So then there's what is the last, what is another one? After that,
Yes.
yang tabi lech ta boundary of actions. Pure, pure boundary of action. Pure boundary of action. That's what it should say. Pure boundary of actions. All of them has pure. And what is that? Le kang chen hang yabu mato mila nebala so be le mayimba saveza le kang whatever actions that you do chen hang yabu mato mila nebala so be le mayimba says any action that's not harmful to others is considered as a pure boundary of actions. That's what it's called. Any action that's not harmful to others, that action is considered as a pure boundary of actions. That's what it's called. That's how that should be understood. Okay. Then the last one. Last one? Huh? This is the last one. That's the last one.
I thought.
Huh? What do we skip? Yeah, that's it. After joyful effort, we talk about like pure mindfulness, pure speech. So then after the pure boundary of actions, so then the pure now right thought.
But
That's the last one.
absorb
Huh?
concentration. Absorb concentration.
I think there's the same as that. That's good, huh?
He's saying it's different. Or maybe he's saying it's the same thing, mindfulness and absorb concentration together. Oh,
No, there should be 8 because America is a very powerful country. You could have 9. You always have more, so make it 9 for
It's listed separately.
No, that's good.
Otherwise there would be
First,
8.
pure view. First, pure view. Pure livelihood.
Then pure effort.
Pure effort.
Pure
Pure
mindfulness.
mindfulness.
Then he
Pure
says,
speech.
he says absorb concentration before speech.
No, pure speech. Then pure
Boundary of
bond.
action,
Then like
thought.
pure thought. Oh, I get that time. Yang tabi tingka. Yang tabi tingka na woman reason. Yang tabi tingka is all that pure concentrations. That's one. That's what pure concentrations.
And that's different than pure mindfulness.
Mm. Yeah, that's that. See now one more pure view. Ani yang tabe tawa, yang tabe tawaji, yang tabe chowa, pure livelihood. Second, then pure effort, pure mindfulness, pure concentrations, pure boundary actions, speech. Then the boundary of like it's getting kind of complicated. One more time. Pure view, pure livelihood, and so on. Pure effort, pure mindfulness, pure concentrations, pure speech, pure boundary of actions, pure thought, pure thought. That's it.
Correct. But did you talk about pure concentration?
Yeah, that's not that is concentrations. That is
Okay.
concentrations
Okay.
itself. Okay, pure gyanta thing is gomnesa. It says here, it is like actually it's meditations. Pure concentration is meditations. That's what it's said, meditations. And so now, see, okay, this is good. Here what it says, pure concentration is meditations. Now question is, what kind of meditation? They are like review meditations, analytical meditation, concentration meditation. This is more like concentration meditation. Out of these three meditation, this is more like concentration meditation or single pointed meditations. Make sense? Oh, yeah. Anybody sleeping?
Yes, I have a question. So the 51 mental factors that you were speaking about and explaining, is that under mindfulness or the concentration?
51 of them.
Mm-hmm. When you were talking about like the aspirations, the belief, mindfulness, concentration, wisdom,
Oh, this is all mixed.
they're all mixed up.
This is all
Okay.
I think yeah, we need that's very good question. We'll take all class. We need to figure it out. First, we need to able to count 51 of them. So then we'll find all this like Eightfold Noble Path, where it's located. That's your questions? A very good question, but that question will never rest.
So
to
that
me.
was kind of a sidebar that we were talking about.
Well, these are all included in the 51 mental factor.
Okay.
But we need to find out which category. So
Okay.
that question was never raised in the monastery to me. So this is the first in life. Therefore, there's no answer right now. So we need to look at the chart of 51 mental factor here, then put it the Eightfold Noble Path, then we'll see which belongs to where. Okay. Yeah, then see where it belongs. All right, very good question, Linda. So yeah, but there's no time here yet. Then you go. Huh? Sheila Chittimas, then Yang Tabe to what is the right thought? How the right thought should be understood. Sheila Chittimas Soji, Nga Tiniji. Sheila Chittimas Soji, Nga Tini Kuni Longa Shibi, Toba Hos. So this is here, right thought, what do you call right thought, refers to motivations. Motivations. Motivation beyond the speech. What is that? So like thought, like, oh, I'm going to call Nili. The thought. You don't just call, like, no, you have to think. That's in Dharma context is called motivations. You can just say, usually you can say, I have to think. Same as motivations, this is like motivation beyond the speech. So, I'm going to talk to someone. So then it's the thought behind the speech. Technically you call motivations. We don't do anything without motivation unless you are completely out of your mind. So then that, like, even the Buddha has like give them freedoms. For those, there's nothing to breaking vows doesn't refer to them because they're mentally unstable. That means they just do things randomly. They don't motivate. There's no thought behind their actions, even though it seems like, but there's no thought. It's just very spontaneous. Like, so this is like right thought is behind the motivation behind speech. So these are the 8 for noble path. These develop palayala, pabe lamjala Jesus. So then, okay, we'll stop here. So then looks like we are not going to finish the class today. So,
Geshe, can I ask one more question?
yeah.
So the right thought is only the motivations that's behind speech,
Yeah.
not our actions?
Yanda be tembata, yanda be tingi dunini a. Che la shen la che temba soji, che temba. Temba soji nga tini kuni loju tobosa. But it says like when you teach, the teaching is specifically mentioned. So then say teaching, etc. So I think like any like even the conversation, casual conversation, teachings, dharma conversations, not specifically related to speech, not the physical action, speech. Okay, speech. Not the thought that kind of like drives the speech. Teaching, so that's like that. Okay. Yeah, very good. So we'll stop. Okay, we'll stop here. So now do dedication.
In the Gold Prayer Book, please turn to the yellow tab, page 235, for the general dedication prayers. Gewadi Judag Sanje Drum Jurne Drum Jikyam Malupa Dei Go Parshok Jang Chup Sem Chok Rin Poche Ma Ke Panam Ke Chu Chig Ke Wan Yam Pa Me Pa Yang Gong Ne Gong Du Pel War Shok Jam Pel Pa Wo Ji Tar Chen Pa Dang Kun Tu Zang Po De Yang De Jin Te Deg da kun ji je su dag lok cheer. Ge wa di dag tam che rab tu no. Du sum shek pe jel wa tam che ki. Ngo wa gang la chok tu ngak pa de. Dag she ge wei tsa wa di kun kyang. Zang po chu cheer rab tu ngo war gi. Dagi jine sakpe ge wadi, tendang du wa kun la gang pendang, che par jet sun lo zang trak pai, ten pe ning po du sel de shog. And on the blue tab, page 244, the Long Life Prayer for His Holiness. Gangri Rawe Korwe Jing Kam Dir Pendang Dewa Malu Chung Wei Ne Chen Re Si Wang Ten Zin Yat So Yi Sha Pe Si Je Partu Ten Gyor Chig. And on the next page for Khensa Rinpoche, Jonu Ie Nagla Wang Jor Tu Awa Tel Re Sen Ba Rap Sot Pa Lob Sang Jel Wei De Tung Lek Pel Chok Sha Ser Jen Jur Lama Sol Wa Jeb. Inside the back cover, the prayer for the swift return of Chab Lama Sopa Rinpoche. Peerless teacher and assembly of the children of the victorious one, Shravakas and Prateka Buddhas, victorious Losang father and sons, along with the lineage masters, all the objects of refuge of the infinite lands, please bestow the virtue and goodness of accomplishing this prayer here and now, holding and spreading the Buddha's precious and complete teachings through explanation and practice. You are the armor of patience that is never discouraged. Incomparable, venerable Guru, to you I make requests. While striving single-pointedly for the sake of the victorious one's teachings, the sole gateway through which all benefit and happiness emerge, and from other living beings, you suddenly departed to peace. What a great loss. Nevertheless, through the undeceiving truth of the blessings of the ocean of the three jewels and the great waves of bodhicitta of the children of the victorious ones, may the smile of a reincarnation swiftly beam in glory for fortunate disciples. And inside the front cover, the long life prayer for Geshe Gelek. Ge wei lam na dren pe de pun chog, leg she dam par ter wen yin mor je, chu ki tsa wa mi tung shen yen chog, drag pa pong wei lama jab ten chig. And for Geshe Sung Po. Ge wei chuki bag chog rob ten ching, pelden la me dang ak ying la chang, zang po ja wei yin shin da je pe, shen yen chen po ku che rob ten chig. Om tari tu re so ha, om tari tu re so ha. 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 Om tari tu re so ha.
Okay, good night. Oh, getting louder, louder. Okay, good night. No? Please. So I need to talk to Linda. So please.
Good night, everyone online.
Thank you.